We are on. Welcome to We Shot First, Season 2. We are on episode 36? 37? Oh, now we'd capped Season 1 about 35 episodes. So I guess it's about time to wrap things up. So, in the house with me tonight, going around our table of friends of lots and lots of people. We have leading our motley crew, Mr. Macleod is in the house.
Howdy, folks.
And we have fixing up the ship, fixing up his personal vendettas, and fixing up, just trying to heal generally. We have Ryan Messina playing Merrick tonight.
Hello, it is a pleasure to be here.
Looking after his health and the party health, we have Jay Tamlin is in the house tonight playing Dr. Leth.
Been a long day. Can we get on with this, please?
Frank Hamilton as Old Man Zinn is absent, but not to fear. We have our cyborg pilot, readily accepted, not exactly battle tested, but good to go. I'm hoping Mr. Joe Gibson is in the house tonight. Mr. Joe Gibson. Hang on, I'll go get him. There, I banged on his door. So, when last we left our heroes, I believe Rahal was starting to get an itch about a feeling, and we have one other special person in the house tonight, Mr. Aidan Willems, he's playing a Syrian, and his head is so big, how can he not pick up the Jedi-sensitive airwaves of help me, playing our down-and-out emo Jedi. Mr. Aidan Willems is in the house tonight.
Hello.
So, gentlemen, where did I leave you? Has anyone bothered to tell Joe he's muted?
It's all good.
Oh, there he is.
I was assuming you left us all off 1 XP point away from our next level with full health and full ammo.
Well,
Sit with Sith Puppy in sight.
Yes.
oh, there's only one of us that can see the puppy. Somebody who's feeling
Spry.
somebody who's feeling guilty about his past. Because
And in the Christmas spirit.
and the Christmas spirit. Well, maybe we should do a Christmas episode.
Oh, perhaps. But which trope should we hit on next? Last year was...
we did, episode 4 of this season is a Christmas. If you guys feel like we'll see how tonight goes. Gentlemen, I have a lovely screenshot of where you possibly are, but the question is, how do you guys approach Darga's palace here on the colony world of Cato Nemoidia? I mean, no one's bothered fixing that blast door to let you guys in easily.
That's exactly how we're going to do it. We're just going to walk right through the door.
You're going to walk right through the door.
Yep.
All right. Fine.
I could do a tactics roll.
We're expected. Darga's my buddy.
Oh, is he now?
Sure.
If you say so.
Yeah. How do you feel about eating explosives?
So you're just going to roll back in there after your meeting with your buddy talking to the Imperials.
Yes.
All right. How long were you guys down on the ship? Did you guys stay overnight to heal up? I think there's a whole bunch of healing going on.
Yeah. We legit gave ourselves a night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we had already covered the hit point coverage. Like most of you guys got 8, and Poser got 12.
I am feeling way better than I have in the past 48 hours.
Okay.
Because there was some second wind usage. There was some healing usage.
So you got 8 back for the healing, and second wind gives you what?
A quarter?
Gives you a quarter or your
It
con?
was a quarter or your constitution. I
Whatever's
think
higher.
For you, it's a quarter.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
for me,
looking-
though.
It's okay. We all have strengths. We stick to them. I am looking at I am good for another firefight. Or ice fight. Or leaf fight. Or pillow fight. Whichever we would choose.
I'm currently at 27 out of my total hit points. So
Would that be 30?
no, out of 37.
Oh. I just guessed. You don't have to give me numbers.
Well, you rested the evening as well. Or did we have you like up all night tending the wounded?
I was tending the wounded the first time. That's why I couldn't come with you guys, because like
Yeah.
No.
I needed sleep.
Yeah. All
Well,
right.
we pulled didn't we do a second night? Like after the Imperial meeting, Rahal, Haas, and I went back to the ship, and then we healed more.
Well, I'm
I
at
think so, yeah.
That was what we were talking about.
I-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Numeros, I am at 41 of 59.
All right.
You're fine for just normal sleep then.
Oh.
All right. So the scene descends down upon Darga's main courtyard. Do you guys head directly to the audience chamber and summon our little friend once again?
Good day not to pose. What is the agenda? Why are we going back down?
Oh, sorry. Totally slipped my mind. I just assumed you all heard because I was on comms. I didn't even think that some of you might have been unconscious being healed. So, here's the skinny. Basically, Daga's working an angle with some Imperial folks. He's supplying them with some sort of gas or fuel accelerant. I'm not sure on the exact details of it, but basically, he's been tasked to ramp up production, and I aided in his negotiations a little bit. So I'm just coming back to, catch the fallout of that situation, see if the Imperials have come back, and to be perfectly honest, I got this inkling. Somebody in the palace here needs my help.
Wait. Ral, I would have assumed if you wanted to go back down to make sure that you got your marks based upon your negotiations for your percentage, that's much I would expect. But all of a sudden, you have said something which has made me concerned for Ral. You say, all of a sudden, you are concerned that someone needs your help. I have known you for a long time, friend.
What can I say? It's a feeling I got. It's in my gut. And you know me and my gut. If there's anything I listen to, it's my gut.
And as
You
if on
think
cue,
he's-
his stomach growls at you.
Ral, you know you have me. As long as you think this is the right choice.
I've been playing
So
this game a
romantic.
while, Merrick. I really have. And my guts never served me wrong. Ever. I learned to listen to it when I was a kid. Got me through some thick and thin. And this time it's screaming at me, so something's going on here.
Oh, very well then. Merrick has been missing out on too much fun as of late anyways.
Hmm.
Sasha grows hungry. only
Lock
had-
and load, buddy. She's gonna eat good today, I think.
Behind them, Dr. Lass just kind of clicks the recording to stop it and puts that back in his pocket.
Poser eyes him suspiciously.
Cue the scene from The Right Stuff, and the guys all just start panning out behind Rahal as they just slowly, slow motion, epic music walk through the courtyard, and they all line
Poser's
up.
literally
No,
strumming.
we're all thinking malicious, but really, Leth is working on a Christmas mixtape with all of the group's voices.
Dude, you are Thesis.
What do you mean, thesis? You are thesis.
So, you following your gut? Are you just wandering around? Where exactly?
I'm following my gut. Any inkling I get.
All right. Now, as Poser found out, there's a stairwell that leads down to a guard room, not far off of your guest rooms, right? There's a couple doorways, down some hallways, and a turbo lift. And your gut stopped talking to you. Poser,
Yes.
are you tapped out or tuned in?
At this point, I'm tuned in.
Okay. Let me guide you. Head down. Down deep beneath the palace. You guys are at the stairway, which leads to a bunch of big locked doors. There's a turbo lift that goes down somewhere, and another couple doors are your choices. What do you guys want to do?
Where are we currently?
In the palace, and towards, if you're following your gut, you guys breeze through the
I'm
audience
following
chamber
Raoul.
and head. Yeah, Rawls takes us back to our guest rooms, that area,
Mm-hmm.
and beyond them are hallways and doorways and things unexplored. Poser explored some of them.
This way.
Yeah. I could have swore there was something just pulling me this direction, but now that I'm here, I got nothing.
I want to take a look. Is there a scrap electronics?
There's what?
Scrap electronics.
In a hallway? No.
Yes. No?
No.
There's no button to open door.
There's a button on the turbo lift at the end of the hall.
That would be scrap electronics, in my opinion.
So you want to pop the panel and start screwing around with the turbo lift operation guts?
I didn't want to take it yet. I just want to make note of it.
Okay. Noted.
Oh, well, I mean, Posa, how far did we get through this place? We separated ways after that atrium incident with this crazy condors.
We did.
Where were you when you got caught?
It was somewhat down this way. There's a guard station. Yep, I'll indicate. Is it down the turbo lift or is it down a different staircase, Jeff?
There's two ways to get down, but the voice wants you to go deep.
Okay.
So best guess. A long stairway that led to a room full of guards that had some breach doors that you still have to worry about, or a turbo lift that goes straight down to who knows where.
Okay. So I went down that staircase and there was those guards there. I have a feeling we need to go deeper though. I think the turbo lift might be our best bet.
So, heading down to the turbo lift.
Yep. Lead on, my friend.
Okay. Merrick, you want to get the door there? Get on.
I do.
Cram in.
Oh.
Do we cram everybody into the turbo lift?
Yeah. Comically, awkwardly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And while we're in the elevator and we're waiting, and you have that awkward doon 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 doon. The elevator music's playing.
Yeah.
Well,
there's no music. You got to provide your own.
Okay. No
Okay.
problem.
Guitar.
So, Ral, while Merrick was gone, I have discovered that you have gone on to an adventure with Poser. Without Merrick.
Well, it was more circumstance leading us that way. I mean,
I'm just
what do you
want to-
expect? Hey,
I just
we
want
are-
to know.
we is our own guys here. I mean,
If you
trust
don't
me,
want
my
to-
friend, I would have loved to have had you there. I'll tell you a story about it later, man, but I'll tell you this. Never trust a boy.
I could have told you that. You just have to ask Merrick. I just need to know. Do you not want to adventure with Merrick anymore? Or are you bored with Merrick's adventures?
Of course not.
I understand.
Wow, between yourself and Sasha, it's never ending. It's excitement around you, my friend. Trust me on this.
I know Sasha's exciting. Of course she is, but not always is so Merrick. But
Don't feel bad. Everybody's got to take a couple days, tune themselves back into reality. You got pretty messed up there.
I was hunting Wookiees, on the ship.
Oh, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about your escapades in the arena.
Oh, that's it. I was a failing. I should have fired grenade first. That was my bad.
Ah,
I
hindsight's 20/20, my friend. Just remember that for next time.
I will not fire explosive last in the future. Know this. I will fire first explosive, second explosive, and last explosive.
And I'll make sure not to try and take on multiple GAurdians and get flanked again.
And bing, the elevator comes to a stop here.
This is not time for conversation now, Poser. Be quiet.
Click.
Big Merrick hand over face as Merrick leads out of the elevator.
Big what?
Merrick hand. So whoever was talking last, Merrick quiets by putting his hand over their face.
Oh, okay.
And because these are my friends, in the most polite way possible. It's like getting your face palmed by Andre the Giant.
Shh. Be
Yeah.
very, very quiet. I'm
But-
hunting for GAurdians.
Exactly like that.
Huh.
It's kind of it's like you get a finger in the mouth, but the finger's about the size of your forehead.
Okay. And who's the lucky winner of all that?
Roll a die.
I think it was Poser. He was talking last.
Okay.
Oh.
So, the turbo lift, 4 squares, 5 guys pile out into a narrow 2 square, or the proverbial 10-foot deep hallway that goes left and right. To the north, to your left, the hallway just ends after 10 feet, as, Merrick's insistent crawling and licking implies here. To the south, the hallway continues on into darkness.
It's all dark. I can't see anything.
Hold on. Well, it's quite the long hallway. There's a door just off to our left. And at the end, it opens up into a larger room.
Doctor, which way should we go?
It's usually best not to leave things behind us. I suggest the door on our left.
Very good. And it's dark, right? Pitch black?
That's all I see.
That's all I see too. So Merrick leads, and it's one of those like one slashes out, one hand on the trigger, and then the left hand is just kind of like doing the whole blind man on the wall.
Okay.
It's the best I got.
Do you guys have flashlights on your guns or anything like this?
Of all the things I have, a flashlight is not one of them.
That would be a no.
You guys are just fumbling around in the dark.
Following the wall is fine.
Okay.
Does anybody have a light source?
Make explosive. That's like light source.
That won't blind us.
Poser
you-
will start rooting through his bag. I got something in here.
I can like activate a stun baton. There you go. There's a little bit of light. Strike the wall.
So as far as players goes,
Nope.
because
Is it like darkness or is it low light?
it's dark in here, like there's no, unless you guys bring a light, there is none.
Nope.
Oh, time to go back up.
There's the ambient elevator light of elevatorness that you guys, the elevator just kind of stops and there's like the little numbers and everything that you guys like LED lighting, I guess you could say. You guys push.
Wait, does it the tactical helm, doesn't it have something in it?
Yeah.
The stormtrooper helm has low light vision. That's why I was asking if it was dark or low light.
Yeah. No, it's like no light. All right. Yeah. It sounds like we're all.
Oh wait a second. What about electro binoculars?
They can see thermal.
Yeah.
No. But I was I got the mental image. We've all looked through binoculars in our lifetime, right?
Yep.
Imagine trying to walk using binoculars.
It'd be amazingly fun.
It would be entertaining AF.
Oh, there you go. I can see something now.
Ah! So I am plus for this idea. Aside of that, my giant,
What are the chances of Merrick jerry-rigging something?
They are high. I can easily. Yeah, sure. GM. I can make several explosives, but could I jerry rig one lantern?
Yeah. If you guys just start like digging into your own gear, going, I have this, I have I have an E-clip for my gun, and oh, that was light. Okay, just,
I have 4 levels of gathering things. I specifically gather. I can make a droid.
give me a what are we looking for here? Give me a
What do you want, bud? What do you want?
mechanics, I guess.
Okay.
I'll assist since I can see what I'm doing.
Be careful, because what you assist with, I might just use. Mechanics check.
Scavenge whatever you can out of the elevator. It's got a light in it.
So
Right?
going around the room here, like as you guys are, here we go. What you got?
All right. I have a. Give me a second to get the roll numbers. I rolled 21. Oh, damn. And then Jay assisted me with a 29. Beast mode.
I mean, I
Yes.
literally can't fail the assist roll, so it's fine.
Yes, we have
Well,
light.
that's okay. So, Jay, you assist me, and the part you're holding up, Merrick just grabs.
Basically, my assistance turns into a lecture.
Wait, what do you mean? That sounds full from negative to positive? What kind of witchery is this you talk of?
So are you guys seeing any of this now?
I see less than I did before.
I can actually see more than I could before. Actually, just about the same that I could before.
I can also see less than I could before.
Maybe it's less. Oh.
Okay, Jay, we need to unroll.
It's just the software, guys. Relax.
It's hardware. We specialize
I
in
do
hardware,
notice
though.
that the light literally projects out of my butt.
I see that.
Yep.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! I'm so sorry, Val. I am so sorry.
Are you part Firefly? It's very impressive.
We needed a biological component.
Moon is in the seventh house.
This was your advice.
I'm feeling an inkling.
Why is everybody snickering at me?
There, better?
Yeah.
Better.
No more
No,
butt
no.
light.
I think we had better entertainment value before when it was coming out of Ral's butt.
Significantly less useful.
Well, well, I'm sure
Moonlight.
what happens in
Ain't
Vegas.
nobody sneaking up on me.
I don't know. It sounds like a chance to get shot in the back. You just take out the headlights. But anyway, please tell me you guys can see so that the madness can end.
Yes.
Yes.
We can
Yes.
see.
Lucy.
Wonderful. As I was saying, hallway. As I was saying, a hallway. Heading south.
Hey, look, a door.
Yes.
Poser will post up on one side.
Merrick, after you, my friend.
Of course. Hey, Poser, do you want a light built into you as well?
I am good. Thank you, though.
Okay. You'll
Good,
lost.
Rahul, hold this. All right.
Oh man!
Hey, look, Ma! No hands!
Oh.
Oh,
Bonus
you're
points for
such
that
a
one.
rowdy butt.
Well,
I am
well,
not
there-
giving him a
well,
force
there-
point for that malarkey. Moving on.
While they're at the door, I'm going to look down into the rest of this big area here, down
Oh.
just south of us. To
Yeah,
make sure
right
that
where it
nothing's
says
coming in that way.
dungeon.
Yeah, you see in giant letters along the floor, dungeon. How peculiar.
I remember this one anime I watched called One Punch.
And
That's it.
It was good. We should watch it sometime.
we Dr. Leth, it quite literally appears to be some sort of dungeon with heavy blast steel doors with a tiny little slot window to check on what's on the other side. It's lit by torches down here that are just sort of flickering.
Okay. Then actually, I'm going to go back and report what is probably on the other side of this door.
Okay.
So, considering that is a dungeon down there, I would imagine this would be a guard's quarters.
Good for us
Good.
to get advantage.
Could be a cell too.
Okay. Everyone, I will kick open door. Be ready to shoot something.
Rahul unholsters his pistol. Puts the flashlight away.
Oh no, we can't see!
All right, wait. So, Poser, you have your pistol, right?
Not in the face. I mean, not in the butt. What?
I have my axe at the moment, but I can one hand each.
All right,
So-
but you have a ranged weapon, right?
Yes, I do have
Okay.
a blaster.
Your ranged weapon. Okay, this is just for flavor, so please spare me this moderation.
Yes.
Merrick wants to grab Poser's ready ranged weapon. Make sure the safety is turned off. Make sure it is fully loaded, and then I hand it back.
Just takes the blaster out of his hand, checks it out. This is acceptable.
I was honestly surprised you weren't like holding his arm up to help aim.
Yeah. No, that is your job. I make sure the equipment works. You make sure the people work. This is our arrangement.
This is
Are we going to do this or keep standing here like buffoons?
Of course, we'll do this right now. Ha
Little column A, little column B. Is the door openable?
The door is locked.
Boop.
It's
It's not
already-
working.
Okay. Well, this is embarrassing. Okay, give
Is
me
there a
1 minute.
panel of some sort, or
Yeah.
I rip off the closest panel, and I try to mechanics my way through the store.
Okay. How about you?
Havachi. $35.
Pretty sure he's getting through that one.
That's a natural 20.
You get out your little Makita drill, right? And you the panel and you pull it, and the wires inside are so old as they are loose as he's pulling the panel, they cross and the door just kind of unclicks and shunts 6 inches by itself. Oh. Inside the panel there's wires sparking and have been threaded and crossing and stripped a little bit. It's like, oh, okay, look at this. You turn the panel, it shuts again. You turn it back, just because the wires are wrapping and unwrapping around themselves.
Old skill. Remember these. Ha! As I'm looking through the open door now.
Yep.
First warm body.
You see a narrow hall that goes down about 4 or 5 squares and a stairwell going up.
That's a lucky narrow hallway.
That's what you see.
I'm waiting to see it.
So Rahal move up and take a gander down.
Yeah.
Doesn't see anything awesome.
I can't. The darkness refuses my entry.
It's Dr. Leth. I'll sneaky
can I
like
do?
take a quick gander down that hallway. Merrick, take point down the hallway in front of us.
Oh, okay.
All
I take
all
point.
you're going to see is 2 squares of a hall that disappears to words that says 2, and it tells me where it goes. If you,
So I'm asking Dr. Leth, who can see in the dark and not require lighting,
Yeah.
to take a gander up and maybe peek up the stairs and figure out where that goes to.
I ready in
Theoretically-
action to shoot a warm body.
Theoretically, that could lead to the guard's post that I ran into earlier. There was some large blast doors there that were locked when I got to them. They might lead down here, but I'm not positive.
well, if that ends up being the case, I certainly don't want to approach a god's quarters on my own.
It could be
No,
something
just
entirely
take a
different,
gander
but-
up the stairs, give a listen. Nothing serious. Just check it. Make sure it's safe. We'll keep moving
Certainly.
forward.
Okay, so I go through the door and up to the base of the stairs and listen up.
dude, he just pulled a Captain Kirk on you. Ramirez, go look what behind that rock. Rest regular cast over here. Left, go down that hallway toward the guard supposed station. We'll wait over there. All right, that's some stealth.
Good
there, dude.
luck, red shirt.
Yeah, no, eh?
No, I'll stay at the doorway. I won't completely abandon him.
Oh, okay.
I'm just trying to maintain formation.
What is it? I'm a doctor, not a scout.
We don't have a scout.
Oh, doctor, you're so much more than just a doctor. I seen you blow the face off a swamp mutant.
Remember that time in the swamp?
Already, and I'm going. You don't have to keep convincing me.
I'm sorry. What did you say, Matt? Your mic cut out there for a second. All I heard was blew a swamp monster.
I said I seen him blow the face off a swamp.
Oh, in the
monster.
face, right?
In the
Oh,
face.
Okay.
yeah, no. A couple
All
adjectives
over.
Not
change that
on
entire
the
sentence.
face.
So, Leth, you just wander down this hallway, dude. The elevator music stuck in your head.
You said it goes a couple squares in, and then there's stairs.
Yep.
I go to the base of the stairs and listen up.
Okay, you see a very long stairway going multiple feet upon feet, good 60, 80 feet up into darkness. You listen. Don't really hear
Yep.
anything.
Okay, it's a very, very long. Come back. Very long staircase. Then I kind of turn the panel that Merrick just had, so the door shuts.
It's okay. Remember, close is close, open is open.
Are we closing? Sorry.
Yeah, closing the door.
Yeah, closing the door.
Turn the panel back right, shove it in the wall. There you go. Doink.
Yep.
Okay. So, moving on to the rest of the room.
Yep.
Matt,
Yes.
there's writing on the floor.
Can I read it?
Yes. In Galactic Basic, Huttese, and Nemoidian, someone has scrawled dungeon on the floor, just so they know what, so the Gormorians know, and in Gormorian, so they know what room this is.
Well, if that ain't an ominous sign, I can't even say what is, but apparently this is the dungeon.
Hmm.
Do you believe there's an echo?
Torches
Echo.
line either side of the entrance here. There's a torch on your left. There's torches at the far end of the room. Going along your left, since you're facing south, which is our right wall, there are 3 doors spaced equally apart. The room fades back into the twitching torchlight, approximately 4, 6, 8, 10, about a dozen squares long. Each square, I believe in Star Wars, is supposed to be like 3 meters or about a meter or so. So
5 feet.
yeah,
So these torches give off light themselves then?
yes. Coming back up the other wall, it skips a door. No door there. There's a double door, almost at the halfway point. Rather heavy and solid looking. No little feeding hole slot or anything on those double doors. And then a single door that resembles the other 3 in the far wall, directly across from your first door. What do you guys want to do?
Give Merrick a little nudge. Giddy up.
All right. Are we doing left first or right first?
The old Arscott method, stick your left
There's
hand on the
nobody-
dungeon
there's-
and walk
there-
around?
There's nobody in the room at all. Just like empty, and then doors.
You don't see anyone in the room.
Do we see
Are there
any
security
surveillance
cameras?
equipment? Yeah.
No, not that you can see.
Do. All right.
Somebody lit these torches. They would burn down in several hours. Or less.
We'll listen at the door, see if we can hear voices.
Pick a door. Feel free to move about the room, gentlemen. I would really, really, really like to know where everyone's standing. And what doors we
My
listen
character is standing.
to. Yeah.
So Poser would actually like to ping
All right.
with the force.
So describe where you are and where you're headed in the room for the podcasting aspect, gentlemen. I know we're a little rusty.
All right, so coming in from the elevator, which is the north side of the room, Poser has just walked in 10 steps or 2 squares, 10 feet, and stands there, listens for a second, focuses, and drops a ping in the force pool.
Okay.
And seeing what he can pick up nearby.
All right. Rahal, what are you doing?
I'm kind of hanging back a bit near the entrance of the room. I'll kind of, take a couple steps in, have a gander around, look back at Merrick and be like, "Hello?" Tap the comms. "Can you hear me?"
Who are you talking to on the comms?
Well, Merrick's just like blatantly deaf right now.
That is.
Not actually in game, in reality, because his headphones stopped working. So
Oh, okay.
But
And
let me tell you, when he can hear me, I'm gonna tell him to go ahead and start checking doors.
I'm gonna check the door.
Dr. Leth as well, you wanted to head up to which door to listen to?
I checked that door too before he does.
Okay. I hadn't decided on which specific door. I, at this point, have kind of observed the room.
Okay.
I do believe I will eventually start heading over towards the door on my right. Not the double door, but the single door there.
The one where Joe said Haas was already headed to?
Yes.
Haas! I could see it, but I
Yes.
was trying to going around the room for the podcast aspect, but I'm just going to give up. Listen to and watch us on www.twitch.tv/gmscut.com and on our YouTube. We'll be posting the videos later at Mongers Podcasting Network. And if you're lucky enough to be listening to this, email us and tell these fuckers to describe what they're doing and where they're going. Haas, the door on your right, which is on the map's left, has a little
Yes.
slidey hole resembles the others. You listen at it. Can I
No,
have?
I take a knee.
Oh, okay.
I'm guarding. I don't listen at fucking doors.
All right. All right. Doctor,
Doors and me are PTSD.
all right. Dr. Leth,
Yes.
you want to go to his door?
I do as well. Yes.
Okay.
So I will go, marking out the spaces I move.
As you are sort of close to the other door, and you take one step, Merrick goes rushing past you to the door he thought you were going to go to. Oh me, you know, as he'd said earlier.
Me oh my.
And I will listen at this door.
All right. Can I have perception checks, gentlemen?
Yes, you can.
Perception of 16.
You don't hear anything through the door, but you do hear some, shall we say, rodents and such scampering about, and the odd Kathleen feline-ish creature possibly wandering a vent nearby as there's that scuffle and kind of noises.
The cat trapped behind the door.
Yeah.
Perception of 20 for Haas.
Okay.
Perception of 17 and use the force check earlier of 33.
Oh crap!
Force is strong with this one.
It's only the ping instead of, melt
I got
some
a
minds
I got
or
a perception of 18 myself.
Okay.
Perception of 20, not natural.
All right. You guys take a moment, steady your breathing, and all we hear is the torch flickering. But Poser, you ping, and it's 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Indians. You sense force users. You sense a strong force user close by on your right. You sense some sort of force user above you. And you sense something familiar. Someone. Nope, it's gone.
So the one above me is, I don't like
it.
that.
Think about it. Process.
No.
No process.
So I am going to. All right, strong force use to the right. Something above, something unknown.
Something familiar, and then it winks out like, oh, somebody's peeking. Shut up.
Yeah.
You know.
So at that point, I will shut off as well. Like,
If somebody
hang out,
pings
close.
back, you have that chance to instantly cloak.
Yeah.
What I'm referring to is somebody doesn't want to be cloaked. Someone you actually broke through has been cloaking up until now, and you finally ping them, and they're above you. And you're like, what? Where did that guy come from?
Yeah.
And the
No, I
familiar
gotcha.
person's like, not yet, but I'm on my way.
Fuck.
Yeah.
If it's who I'm thinking. Anyway, So is it the closed door that Dr. Leth is at, or the double doors?
The double doors. Beyond the double doors, you sense strength in the force, but for like, it's weak. It's like listening to the ocean, but being far away from it. You know, popping the
Okay.
horizon, and the beach of, you know, Maui is like way down there, but you sense the ocean and its gravity. You know what I mean?
Okay, I got you. So I will immediately, start strolling, just beeline straight to the door.
Okay.
And Merrick, on me now. We breach and
Okay.
clear. 10 seconds.
Merrick, you
I
don't
like
hear
this.
anything through your door.
Okay, but I heard breach and clear, so
Rahal, I will say that your gut tells you that Poser is, making the right move, heading the right way.
I'm ready in action to shoot a warm body
Plenty in the room. Pick one.
on the other side of this door.
Oh, okay.
Opposite of the door where the warm bodies that I know of are.
All right. And Dr. Leth and Haas?
I'm still not entirely certain what everyone is looking for down here, so I'm going to be listening at the rest of the doors, seeing if I can hear for the activity of whoever lit these lanterns at the other doors. So I will move off to this door over here, on my left, the middle door.
Okay. As we're talking about breaching, do you guys are we hacking our way through this rather heavy looking door? Or do we have a key?
Is there a
Do
panel?
we have, yeah.
I thought, Poser, I thought you had this door ready to be opened.
What?
You said breach. I thought you had these.
He told you breach and clear. Waved you at it.
Well, I was meaning set up for it. I will hit the button. If it opens, and we go in. If
Okay.
not, I'll
That's-
try and hack it.
Yeah,
So-
okay.
If I see that the rest of the group's set up,
Yeah, which I am. Knee down, gun up.
elbow hits the open button. Blaster in one hand, axe.
Rouse
hanging
using
from the
America's
other.
cover. This is breach position.
Okay.
Tactical.
Haas?
Sorry. We'll move down to the door.
Okay. Leth, it's
Take a
impossible to
knee.
hear through a steel door while these guys are arguing about what they're going to do a mere 4 squares away from you, even if in harsh whispers. Just saying.
Shut up and get to work. I can continue listening for guards.
Thwap.
Oh, right.
Elbow hits button.
Yep. Nothing happens.
Shh, 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 shh.
All right, give me a second. Poser will squat down and start working at the panel.
Merrick is whispering to Raoul. They say, "Are you sure he's the man you want to go adventuring with in the future?"
24 mechanics.
Somebody's jelly.
Nah, seriously, Merrick, you should have seen him fighting them condors, buddy. It was crazy.
I miss many things.
25 listening through this door.
Leth, you hear a heavy, steady, rattling breathing. Something or someone is... Can I have a life science, please?
Absolutely.
It's half dead.
What
Yeah.
is-
Danica. Oh, snap.
Natural 20 for 31.
It is possible that there could be medical facility buried down here, and it is possible someone could be on a very large respirator, or somebody is snoring very, very, very loudly in the room, and you can hear it through the cracks in the door.
Presumably, to make that that loud of a noise, they would either need a respirator or a significantly larger lung capacity than humanoids. It's a fairly large creature.
We hacked this door shut.
That's where the Noposaurus is.
Yeah.
Actually, jamming this door.
You want to open this door?
No, jamming. As in, presumably it's
Inoperable.
locked, but I can make it a little
More
bit
locked.
more.
Okay. Well, do you check to see if it's locked?
Nope.
If I can do so without actually opening the door.
Yeah. You could just test
Sure.
it, as it were. It is not locked. It is a hammer key, and there's no panel. This is like a jail cell, solitary room door. Big keyhole.
Hmm.
I have faith in you, Jay.
The only door that's down here that has a panel, because the doors themselves are so heavy, it needs automated assistance to open, is what Poser's playing around with. The rest are just like heavy,
Okay.
solitaire jail cell doors.
Can I is there like a small window in the door that I can look in?
Sure.
Do you want a separate perception check for that?
No, you can just open the door. Open the little slot.
Sure. I open the slot quietly.
Okay. Within, you see a small 2x2, 10x10, a bench sort of bed running along, and a large GAurdian asleep in the room.
Merrick,
Duh.
could you come here for a moment? Nice and quiet.
Poser, your door opens with your rolls, and beyond, we see something very, well, shall we say, unexpected. You see almost like bathroom tiling, like a wet room. You see a single bed with someone on it and a bunch of large equipment, respiration, all kinds of stuff, tubes and wires going to the figure on the bed, medical equipment beeping and quietly flashing. The room itself is not lit, besides Rahal's butt torch.
The butt torch
And Leth is calling Merrick.
illuminates all.
Okay, so if there's nothing in there except for, is there someone laying on the bed?
Yep, someone's hooked up to a machine.
Okay, but if there's nothing else in there, like no one else in there,
Not that you can see.
it's fair enough. All right, I'm slowly gonna start to enter. I'm cautious, but
Okay. Merrick is being
see.
held by Dr. Leth.
I make a 180. I tap Ral on his right shoulder. It's a tactical maneuver, so he knows that I'm peeling off, because as I walk across his vision, and I walk to his 6.
Yeah, you got Haas right
First-
beside you to cover Poser, right?
Yep, and I'm there too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming everyone knows what this means, whether they know it or not.
Yep. I'll make way for the giant man to get by and step in behind Poser.
Okay. So, do you want to do one then the other? Or simultaneously?
Well, that does tend to be our MO.
Split the party?
Open all the doors. Let's do this.
Yeah, I know. It's like, can't even, it's like five squares away, but no, we got to pull it,
All right.
I'll just-
Also, I'll actually, as he's going by, I'll instruct him to keep an eye on our. Watch our 6,
Watch your 6.
and I'll motion for Haas to follow me in after Poser.
Okay.
Just so you'll know, Poser could not watch both like I could.
Okay. Poser, Rahal. Poser takes one step in the room, glances around, and as he senses you moving forward beyond Merrick, whether it's reflexively or for something that he spotted or sensed, he just lifts a hand, like for you to stop. And he's intently peering around the room. Dr.
Okay.
Leth.
Yes. Merrick, I'm going to need your assistance in jamming this door lock.
Okay, what you need? You're a smart man. Why do you need my help?
Oh, more physical muscle
Hey.
assistance as well. I haven't done as much. Well, generally when I'm working with
Field. We call
archaic
this
locks.
Field.
Well,
You
yes,
want
but
this door to not open.
Yes, I would like this analog door locked and sealed.
Well, this is simple. You see, we just need to follow the bar convents. Down this path here, pull this panel off. Hey, do a little vish, 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 vish. And this door now open again, even for its own mother.
Not entirely certain what you mean by panel, but why is there a carrot?
What?
There's a carrot.
I don't know what you're talking about. What do you see?
GM is dangling a carrot in front of our nose.
What? No, sorry. No, I'm riveted. Please continue.
So Merrick
So
wants
please
you...
do this.
Yeah. So Merrick would like to apply his prowess to make sure this door never opens.
Okay. A mechanical check to jam
And
it?
I will leave it to him.
Okay.
Over to my character sheet and then to mechanics.
Okay.
Boosh. Boosh. It is a total of 30.
Yes. Working away in the door, a couple of tools in there and kind of flick it past a lock or, that kind of thing. And then break so that even a key from the other side or the side will not, needs to be unjammed. This takes several moments.
Never open again.
Dr. Leth, you step past Haas towards the door. Rahal.
Not a good idea. You get shot.
I know.
I'll put my hand. I'll put my hand out and stop him before he enters the room.
Okay.
And then I'll lean over and indicate towards like the medical equipment in there. What do you make of this, Doctor?
Mm-hmm. Poser is one step into the room. Dr. Leth, you see what looks like an impromptu, I would call this a medical bay. I mean, it's got tile floor and tile walls, so that it's like you could operate or something in here, but everything's been brought in. There's a drain in the middle of the floor. There's a single bed. There is someone, wrapped up lying on the bed. There's a bunch of monitors as well as IV and stuff equipment. Not unlike the way you found Haas, though, different make, different tech, but yeah.
So
But
with a knowledge, with a life science roll of 27, can I tell, generally the use of the equipment that was brought in?
It looks like it's monitoring someone's sleep as well as sort of keeping them alive, but not like if you disconnect, they're going to die. It looks like there's a large tank with certain fluids. You need to have a closer look.
Mm.
The problem is, one step in, Poser, that you missed, has sort of signaled to Rahal in no uncertain terms, don't enter the room, and Rahal is just kind of held you up. He only stands there with his arm raised for a moment, peering around, and then just sort of locks onto the bed and sits there catatonically for just a few moments. But I'd like to play those moments with Poser now. So, gentlemen, if you want to go get a drink.
Have fun.
Don't be long. Poser. You step into the room, and the entire room feels like it's just falling away. You look behind you, and Rahal and everyone else is in a doorway, but they've drifted back, and all around you is just sort of a dark space, a nothingness, no walls, though you stand on a tile floor, suspended in this nothingness, and in front of you is a bed and a woman. The woman, elderly, human, sits up and turns to face you. Well, it's about time. Who are you? How goes the war?
Poser Sham and the war. I assume you're referring to the Clone Wars, correct?
Picture a woman that looks a lot like the librarian from the Clone War movies. If it's not in our archives, it's not here. Wearing Jedi robes, the classic brown with the faded light colors, and some personal touches down the front with a skirt. Her hair is gray, pulled back and braided at the very back with a bun. Her eyes are bright, and the woman has got to be in late 70s, early 80s, maybe even pushing 90. She wears gloves where the forward two index and middle finger are cut out, and the glove covers her smaller digits and the back of her hands. And she acts like Ma from the Golden Girls. Well, thank you for coming, eventually, I suppose. Now, young one, anyway, let's have a look at you. And she just kind of like shuffles forward. You have questions. And then she just starts like looking you up and down. Go ahead. Indicating that you may ask, even though she just seems to be inspecting you top to bottom, poking at your clothes and, you know.
What happened to you? How did you escape Order 66?
What's Order 66?
What do you mean, what's Order 66? What is the last thing you remember? You mentioned the wars. I assume Clone Wars.
Yes.
What was the last battle?
Yes. Clone Wars. I was fighting on Cato Nemoidia when I was injured in an explosion. That's the last thing I remember.
Cato Nemoidia, okay.
Here. It's Cato Nemoidia.
No, I'm aware.
Okay,
I'm trying to think of when was like there are large like battles on Cato Nemoidia during the Clone Wars.
Months and months ago. Like a year ago.
I'm aware, Jeff. This is an in-game thinking about it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, there was a betrayal. We aren't exactly sure who, but there was an order given to the clone troopers. Order 66, exterminate all Jedi. The Jedi Order is finished. I don't know how many are left, but only a couple of us survived the initial day or two. But they've been hunting us. I'm honestly surprised to see anyone still alive.
She just stares at you, taking it all in. Her shoulders slowly sag, and she seems to age in front of you even more. I see. Well, young one, I am Jedi Sage Master Dina. Tell me, do you have any medical training? And she sort of like steps aside and points at the bed, and you realize that she is, in your mind, and her body is actually lying there hooked up to a machine.
I'm skilled at returning straight energy into a living being, but your condition is far outclasses my skills. But I have two in my group of mine that are way more medically skilled than I. They should be able to help you. But be warned, they do not know who I am or what I am. It is dangerous to be known. And so I do not have a lightsaber at my hip.
Are you? You are not strong with the Force. What is your rank in the Order?
I was a Padawan.
Ah, I see. Very well. If you say it is dangerous for me to reveal myself, then I will not. However, my attire, she says, pointing at herself, like the classic Jedi robes. If there's something you could do about that, I will keep your secret.
I will see what I can do. I have had to use my connection to the Force occasionally, but only in dire circumstances.
Yeah.
It is better to try and hide, but it is better to use them and keep yourself from danger in the immediate future than to let yourself die.
I see.
So that is how I've been surviving so far, and it has worked fairly well, but has not been without its troubles, nor being able to go by solo.
She sort of regards you anew and says, yes, I sense your pain. So much pain for those that you've left behind, those lost in this terrible war. You feel guilt. Such terrible guilt. And her gaze shifts beyond you, not to the door, but just sort of out there.
Yeah.
Following her gaze, just beyond the edge of the tile floor, in the darkness, down low, you see two red little beady puppy eyes.
Cue the Bowser battle music.
She sees it and looks back at you. So much grief you carry, young one. She just shakes her head sadly. I am sorry. Please, if you do what you can for me, I will help you.
Of course, Master. Anything that you wish.
She turns and heads back to the bed and just sort of fades out before she gets there. Poser, to the rest of them, only a few moments came by. You just, sense something, sensing the walls falling away, just motion them to caution. And now you're back in the room. There are walls, a wall right to the tile floor where the puppy should be. And the gentlemen are behind you. Leth approaches, Rahul stops him. What do you do?
At that point, still kind of reeling, but okay. Hand down. Give me a moment alone. Check the other rooms, clear them, come back here. I will call for you. I will need your medical assistance in a moment, both of you. But let me check this out first. Trust me on this, please.
Rahul, while he stood there, something really weird your insides just turned over. You could sense the man's, not fear, but caution. It was like you were connected to Poser for a minute, but more intimate than a business deal where you just rake him over the coals and take him for all his money and then, throw him a bone at the end. No, it goes deeper than that. But as quickly as it comes, it ends.
I ain't leaving you alone in here, Poser. I'll watch the door for you. You do what you gotta do. Doctor, Haas, Merrick, check the other doors. And I'll actually turn around and put my back to the door.
Mm-hmm.
And contemplate.
Place yourselves in the dungeon in the room, gentlemen, and tell me what you're doing. Let's start with Merrick.
I checked in his door that has not been checked.
Okay. The one down the bottom?
Sure.
Okay. It is identical to the last door you jammed. And it does not appear to be locked.
I jam it too.
Okay.
Jam it in the way which I can control. I put a Merrick lock on it.
Insert something into the lock so it can't be used until you remove said foreign object kind of thing.
Yeah. We call it a rod, but I like to be more scientific.
Okay.
Screwdriver.
Okay.
Yes. A Scrooge. I put a Scrooge in.
All right.
Yeah.
Merrick, you're awful quiet. Lean in a bit. Haas.
This, I'll just do what the captain said and go down to where Merrick is.
Okay.
Look, I'm taking the light with me.
Wait, not someone's butt.
He's running freely. Whee!
Mechanics 22.
Okay.
Yes,
Jeb.
I'm fully illuminating the room for Poser.
There you go.
That's why you turn around.
There you go. Fully illuminated and ready to go. Dr. Leth.
Has stepped away.
Has stepped away.
Yes, Dr.
Yeah.
Leth is waiting on my order.
Oh, okay.
I still got my hand out.
Yeah, wait.
For it.
Poser just said he's going to need our assistance, but he wanted some time to check things out. So
Okay. So back to Poser.
Yep. So I will step up to the bed and see what condition she's in.
Okay.
And is she still like fully like Jedi clothing?
Yeah, she's Jedi robed. There's a blanket over her to keep her warm. She's sunken down in the pillow. Now that you come and stand right over her, you see the woman that was in your mind's eye, as it were.
Yeah.
Same for same.
Yeah.
So I will try and disrobe as much as I can without like exposing her.
Whoa.
Because there
Getting it on with grandma.
because there are the under layers, which is like the white like vest and the pants. So I'll remove all except those. And then I will toss. I have an extra t-shirt in the bag, so I'll toss that on her. It's roughly the same size. I'm probably larger than her. So she's wearing a metal t-shirt.
That's awesome.
She's wearing now a Cage the Rancor t-shirt.
Yeah.
And,
I knew that was coming.
and I will take my all. Oh, shoot, one sec. I gotta look up the actual wording on it. I will take my all temp cloak out of my bag and like wrap it around her and button it up in the front.
Hey,
Okay.
that's a heavy investment for first level.
Okay.
That's a heavy investment.
What
Yes,
do
it
you
is.
do with the robe?
The robes I will toss back in my satchel. Like I have my full bag with me. I have my duffel with me. I always go everywhere with it.
Okay. So you guys are
the
just
rest
like
of the robes are in the duffel.
Rahal and Leth are just like at the door watching this all go down.
No,
Kinda
Rahal's
creepy.
turned away. I don't know what
Admittedly,
Left's
Jeff, it's a
doing.
little creepy, but you know, we're at a level of trust right now.
We're at a
Well,
level of
no one
trust.
is supposed to be looking. Rahal is specifically turned away. Everyone else is at the doors. Leth is supposed to be also checking the doors.
But yeah,
So
sell it.
at that point, as soon as I get the robes in the bag and zip it up,
I don't think anyone's going to interfere, but I'm pretty sure because of the medical equipment and you're disrobing a female, that Dr. Leth's research, the dude's like leaning into the room with his pad taking notes. Because he's watching intently.
well, it's mainly as soon as I get like the main part of the robes off and in the bag.
Yeah.
It's
deception.
Dr. Rahal.
Yeah,
in
deception versus their perception. You know. And the further apart their roles, then it's just like he disrobed her and threw it in a bag. He took robes of some sort off her and threw it in the bag. No, you definitely see.
He's got some sick ass granny panty fetish.
Yeah, that's something.
All right. 19 on deception.
Okay.
I'm gonna kick the crap out of that. Maybe.
Well,
nope, didn't.
Even if your proverbial back is turned, it just takes him so long to do this. You guys are like, "Huh, what are you doing?" Anyway, did we lose Leth?
Yes.
Yes. Leth had to make his way.
Yes.
He just said, "Tell me what I'm gonna need to do next time."
Let's make his way.
Specifically, let me know what I roll or say later if needed.
But I think I've got enough medical training to be able to deal with this, and we'll just give him an assistance role.
Well, like Leth, if you guys want medical, I have access to Leth, and he should be your lead.
Then yes,
but
he will take lead, and I will assist him.
Take lead.
Yeah, they give him the option.
Yes. So as soon as I get everything sorted away, I will call them in.
Okay.
Whoa, who's the geriatric? You know her? She got the same style as you, Posa.
Yes. Well, I've met her once or twice before. We need to get her fixed up, and we need to get her out of here.
Fixed up, you say? And I'll do a treat injury just to figure out her status. 10.
This is good.
Dr. Leth is also looking in on,
So I assist him.
Yeah.
10.
Gets a 30.
31.
Yeah. Dr.
Plus
Leth
2 or plus 1?
announces that
2. Or 2.
Yeah, plus 2. Dr. Leth announces that this woman is in a medically induced coma. And he could try to, get her out, as it were.
Well, by all means, good doctor.
If you guys
try
want.
away.
Well, he turns, like I said, this is Poser's lead on this. So it's like you guys call a doctor in, you guys look over the patient, he tells you what's going on. This, this machinery has her in a chemically medical induced coma. And he does believe he could possibly revive her if that's what you guys want to do.
Yes, we should do this. It will make things easier if she is able to walk on her own instead of one of us having to carry her.
All right. Well, gentlemen, there is risk. I've got 4 rolls up here, and you've assisted me in 1. Rahal, Leth would call for your assistance for 3 more.
Okay, I can do that. 3 more treat injuries. 1. And a 2. And 3. So 26, 23, and 13. So assistance all the way around.
So his 30 becomes a 32, 25, 27, 18 becomes 20, and 25 becomes 27. He explains that he must bring her out of the coma gently, or she'll be in far worse condition if we just sort of yank, and he'll need a little time. So, what's everybody else want to do? Just guard? Yeah?
Yeah.
Keep our 6.
Okay.
Poser posts up on the door.
Okay.
And it's just like no one gets in.
Finally, Dr. Leth steps back, and the eyes of the older woman on the bed flicker open and then seem glazed over for a long moment before drawing into sharp focus. She lifts her head slightly to look right at Rahal before raising herself, sitting on the bed. Thank you! I spent too long trapped inside my own body. Tell me, how fares the war? What planet is this? How does the Jedi Council send you to find me?
Wow. It's crazy. Somebody else here speaking my tongue. It's been so long.
She does. Now, you were shipped to that mechanical, shall we say, factory planet and picked up the native tongue. This woman seems to have that native accent from outside your system.
It's music to my ears, I'll tell you that for sure.
Now, even if she
So
is...
I'll give her the spiel. This is the year. The war's well, it's kind of over now. The Republic's now the Empire. It's, to be honest, the galaxy's in a bit of turmoil. It ain't looking good for anybody who likes things like free will, independent choice, making money without people shooting at you.
She says, just sort of regarding you. And then over at Dr. Leth. And then over at Poser. With a long, meaningful look at Poser.
Who's back his turn to her.
Yep. But Rahal can see she's looking at you. Just checking out each guy that's in the room.
So, why do they got you locked up in here and, honestly, drugged into sleep?
That I don't know. But if it make you feel any better about trusting me, I'll tell you my story.
Hey, you can save that for later. I can... Right now, let's focus on getting you back to a safer location.
Oh, for those of
listening
you
for listening to monologues while we standing in a dungeon.
For those of you in the podcasting audience, I literally just struck the pose of Ma from Golden Girls looking up, spreading her hands, and I was literally about to say, ask for the galactic date, and then, back up to her relevant date. Picture it! Clone Wars, Kanan Amodia, a battle rages. He just cut me off. Rahal, I will give you a force point because that was awesome. And
I'll take it.
And Poser, we're going to have to deal with the Force Puppy, which apparently is real to more than just you and possibly represents something. Next time on We Shot First. Say goodnight, Merrick.
Good night, everybody. And Merry Christmas!